Africa has the most youthful population in the world. The youth bulge is numerically and socially visible across the African continent. But this visibility has unfortunately not translated into political and economic gains for young people. The continent might have some of the world's most youthful nations, but it has some of the world's oldest leaders, many of whom seem to have run out of fresh ideas. This glaring disconnect that nations' leadership do not reflect their demographics does not bode well for us. Nobody understands the needs and dynamics of young people better than young people themselves. Youth often find themselves excluded from economic processes, making it harder for them to achieve personal growth and self-advancement. They are often regarded as cheap labor for the production process instead of innovators. Outdated and sometimes irrelevant education systems are partly to blame for that, as most of them are designed to churn out consumers of knowledge rather than producers of knowledge. They generate job seekers rather than job creators. They produce students and graduates who are conditioned to be comfortable in the present, to rarely question prevailing narratives and why the present is as it is. The question to us as young people becomes, are we ready to lead Africa into the future? Malcolm X once said, don't agonize, organize that future. Being ready to lead Africa into the future means that African youth should not wait for change and inclusion to come knocking. It means that this generation must be at the forefront of struggles against injustice and marginalization, struggles for climate justice, women's rights, and land rights. For these two are part of a larger struggle to liberate African people from the effects of centuries of oppression, plunder of natural and mineral resources, and suppression of fundamental human rights, and towards achieving justice, peace, and dignity. Instead of agonizing, youth must organize themselves and be vocal in demanding what they deserve. They must, in essence, be ready to speak truth to power. The writer Sungu Oyoo writes in her novel Dust that the language of silence is sometimes more potent and destructive than the language of vocal protest, because it normalizes the abnormal. Silence may always be an easy alternative, but silence allows unjust practices like political repression, gender discrimination, dispossession of ancestral lands, and even the exclusion of young people to be viewed as nothing out of the ordinary. And that is why silence is not an option.